Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. My channel is all about succulents and cacti in my balcony garden and lots of houseplants in my apartment. And if that's something that interests you and you want to learn some more about, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below before you leave. And if this video brings you some value, enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up and give it a like, okay? I have a pretty big haul for you today. It's kind of a accumulation of the last couple of weeks here in April that are big box stores, stuff from my P.O. box that subscribers have sent me, and things that I've ordered online from online shops. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start with some of the big box store stuff. Let's do Home Depot. No, Lowe's. That's what I have closest to me. Let's do Lowe's. So I went to Lowe's, and one of the things that I've been looking for is to expand my Ficus collection. And this is a Ficus Benjamina Variegata. I see a lot of the regular green Ficus Benjamina in small like this, taller, braided, all of that. But I don't see too many of the variegated ones. So I have repotted this one already into this ceramic pot. And I've placed it right now in front of my patio door. And I think it gets enough bright light there, enough to maintain its variegation. Let's hope. But I really just love the wispiness. Well, it's kind of moving right now because I have the fan on, so it gives it that dramatic, cinematic look of being in the wind. But I love the wispiness of the Ficus Benjamina, you know, kind of droopiness of it. And this variegated one is just so cute. It's nice and small, so I can watch it grow up. So it's Ficus Benjamina variegated. Now this one here I had not seen before, nor had I heard of it. But it is in the Cissus family. And it's not a Cissus discolor, I wish. But this is a Cissus Rotundifolia. And it is such an unusual plant. Now this did come in a 6-inch pot, and I have already repotted into this 6-inch terracotta pot, and I've placed some poles on it. They did have an 8-inch pot of this in a hanging pot, and I almost got it, but it was so heavy. I mean heavy. I could barely get it down from the pole that it was on. So I knew that my drapery rod setup here would not be able to handle something that heavy. So I decided to go with the 6-inch one, which was $12.98. The Ficus Benjamina was $9.98, I believe. And so this one, 6-inch one, was much more of a manageable size for me, and it was $12.98. The 8-inch one was $19.98. But they really have an unusual, you see the little curly cues on there? And in doing research on this plant, I found a picture of one that somebody had trained to grow up a pole, and I'll insert it here. So you can train them to trail in a hanging pot, or to go up a pole. And this one, the way that it has about 3 or 4 main stalks. So I had to put 3 different poles in here, bamboo poles, to start it going up. And eventually, once it gets stronger, I'll change it to a bigger one. But I just thought this was so cool. I have it in front of my patio window on a little stand there. And these take bright light. The Arizona sun, I believe, would be too much for this. The leaves are very fleshy, So I'm going to treat it like a peperomia or like a succulent, in the sense that I'm going to wait for the soil to dry out completely before I water it, because these fleshy leaves, they will hold a lot of water. And the leaves are so unusual because they have like these little dots on them, and they just feel really strange. And I have seen online some people calling this plant ugly. You're not ugly. You know, it's unusual. It's different. And, you know, I just loved it for that. I had never seen it before. So this Cissus Rotundifolia is the next plant that I got at Lowe's. So then I went to, another week, I went to Home Depot. And I just stopped in because I was on my way actually to meet my son and daughter-in-law to do some shopping together, and I had left it a little early, and let me just pop into this Home Depot here and see what they may have. You never know. Okay, so you guys that follow me may have seen a picture on my community tab that I posted of some beauties, some begonias and some little bambino fiddle leaf fig trees. And I did pick up one of these babies, this Begonia pink polka dot, which I think is the name. If it goes by another name, friends, please do let me know. But from what I've done research on, I can see, I couldn't find really a botanical name. What I found was Begonia pink polka dot. And it's just so pretty. It is a cane begonia, which I would rather have than the Rex, because I have not had luck at all with the Rex begonias, the cane begonias. At least the one that I have, my Maculata, is doing fabulous. It's growing so tall. So I decided to get her a sister. And this one was already potted up in nice soil, in a nice ceramic pot. I know this came from Plant Stand of Arizona, because Plant Stand of Arizona supplies the majority of Home Depots here in Phoenix, and it had a tag that said Plant Stand of Arizona. But this was $24.98, which I thought was a good deal because it is a begonia that I had not seen anywhere else. It was already potted up in good soil. I do know that they use a Fox Farm. I think it's a Happy Frog that they used on this one, and it's got a really nice pot to it. So I was happy to pay the $24.98. But it's so pretty. The little dots, I mean, they kind of may look white on the screen there, but they are pink. And there's lots of new growth. I see lots of new little leaves opening up. I have it over here right next to the humidifier. Although I know that these cane begonias can live off of more household humidity. Living in Arizona, household humidity is like 15%. So I put it by the humidifier, and I have that set at about 50-55%. So the Maculata is happy with that, so I think this one will be also. So that is the pink polka dot. I did not pick up one of the Bambino fiddle leaf figs. Those were $24.98 also, in the exact same setup with the repotted already in ceramic pot with good soil. I was really tempted. But my fiddle leaf fig is coming back. It's showing lots of signs of new growth, which I'll show you here. It's showing lots of little leaves coming out. So I'm going to hold off in replacing it and give it an opportunity to grow a little by itself. But when I came around the other side of the stand that these were at, I found this. And what is this? Why, this is a Hoya Australis Lisa, already potted up in a ceramic pot. And I look underneath, it's from Plant Stand of Arizona. I look underneath and it says $14.98. $14.98. And look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? And you may ask yourself, but Carmen, didn't you just buy a Hoya Australis Lisa? Why, yes, I did. couple weeks ago, I got this Hoya Australis Lisa at Whitfield Nursery for $19.99. So I am the proud owner now of 2 Hoya Australis Lisa. Now this one, obviously the variegation on it is much more, you can see there, than this one. They're both in good soil. Both look very healthy with new growth. There. See? So I'm not going to repot them together. I'm going to leave them separately, maybe put one in one room and one in the other, and see how they do together. But I was just surprised and a little perturbed that, you know, one would cost less and be all ready to go, potted up in good soil and everything, whereas this one wasn't. But there you go, you just never know. And I do have this one now. I put it in this little milk glass container, and I have it here in the plant room. This one I think I'm going to put out in the living room and hang it with the other Hoyas there. So, but it's beautiful. I do love it. I thought it was a really good price for $14.98, already all potted up and in good soil, ready to go. And it's pretty big, I'd say. So those are the ones that I got at Home Depot. And then I finally went, when I say finally, you'll see what I mean. I finally went to check my P.O. box. Now, those of you that don't know, I do have a P.O. box, and it's down in the description box of all of my videos. And, you know, you can send me things there. I use it for, you know, companies that they want to send me things to try out and things like that. Well, I hadn't checked it in about 10 days. And I figured, you know what, I better go check it just to make sure. And I'm glad I did. Let me tell you. I honestly can't remember, you know, my memory is terrible, but I honestly can't remember if the subscriber, I remember having a conversation with her, and I thought it was on Instagram messaging, but I couldn't find it. I tried to look for it. Because I remember her telling me about something about these plants, but get my glasses. I got some plants here, and look at this beautiful card. Isn't that pretty? It's like textured glitter. It says, Dear Carmen, you and your channel have been a real lifeline during this weird and difficult year. Here are some little plants that I thought you would enjoy. All the best to you and yours, Catherine. P.S. Hugs to Rosie. Oh, Rosie. What are you doing down there? Oh, squeeze, squeeze. You see? You shouldn't have had that little treat, huh? Need a haircut. Get you one this week. So she sent me, and I have already potted these up because since they had been in the mail for a little while. She was kind enough to send them 2-day express, but I did not know that they had arrived at the P.O. box, so I didn't pick them up until about a week after they had been there. So I felt so bad. I'm so sorry, Catherine. I really am, because they were not in the best of shape. They'll survive. They're just going to need some TLC. So the first one that she sent is a cacti. This is a variegated Opuntia Cochenillifera. But it's a variegated Opuntia. You can see the top there because of the lack of water. This one was really dry when I got it. It is wrinkled. Now the bottom and the roots are fine. I put them in some fresh soil, watered it, and it'll be fine. I don't know if that top portion will plump up again. I'm going to wait and see. If it doesn't, after a couple of months, I'm going to probably cut this top part. It'll survive it just fine. to take that wrinkly part off. But I'm going to wait and see if it plumps up. So I don't have one of these. This is so beautiful. So we'll see. Hopefully, I think it will be fine. It's just a matter of am I going to need to cut this little top part off or not. And then she sent me a philodendron little fill. And I had to, it did not arrive well. All the leaves were pretty much dead, so I had to give it a hard cut back and put it in soil and water it. It did arrive in soil, but it was very dry, and the leaves didn't do well in the transport and being in the box for that long. So I'll show you a picture here of what a little fill normally this size would look like. And but the leaves did not look like that. I had to cut them all off. The roots are good. The roots are really good, and the plant below here, the base is good. I believe it will be fine, but I did have to cut it all the way back. So that's a little fill. And then I had not heard about this plant, and she sent me two tiny little, let's see if I can get it close enough so you can see. Two tiny little string of frogs. And this is a really cool plant. It did arrive in like a little Dixie cup in some soil, but the soil was dry by that time. And so I put it in this little cup, gave it some water, and hopefully it did have roots on them. So I'm hoping that it will survive this little string of frogs. It's so cute and delicate. So we'll see. It's also called a pillow plant, I believe. I'm looking at when I, at least what she wrote on there. So we'll see. Hopefully survive. But thank you, Catherine. I do appreciate your sending those to me, and I apologize. It was my fault that I did not go check my P.O. box in time on a regular basis, and I need to get into that habit of checking them. Now I did receive another package in there. It's plant related, but it's not a plant. So I did receive this pretty package from Not Your Place. It is an Etsy shop. And it came in this cute little bag. And it is in a Ziploc bag because it is a hanger, macrame hanger. And there's a nice card in here. Really beautiful little bird of paradise on there. And it is from the shop Not Your Place. It's macrame by Alicia Neal, and you can follow her there on Instagram. I'll put her information on the screen and down below so you can follow her there. Alicia Neal, Not Your Place. Isn't that a cute play on words? And the card says, Carmen, please accept this gift from my shop, Not Your Place. I do enjoy watching and learning from your videos. Happy planting, and I hope this brings you joy. Alicia, Not Your Place. Oh, it will bring me joy, because it's funny you should send me this, Alicia. I was just, excuse me, I was just looking, wow, at macrame hangers because I'm in need of some more. Wow, look at the detail. It's got a wood ring on top, but look at the detail on that. And you know what I'm thinking, this Hoya Australis Lisa would look gorgeous in it, and I can put it up with the other Hoyas in the patio door. It's perfect, isn't it? It's a perfect combination. Thank you so much, Alicia. It's beautiful. You're very talented. You are very talented. Thank you. Okay, so that is from my P.O. box. And then saw on Instagram, you probably have seen that I have ordered from Anxious Garden. They have a website, but I really follow them on Instagram. I had ordered from them before, and I was so happy with the things that I received from them, that I ordered again when I saw this baby for sale. And if you've been with me for a while, you know that I had a horrific summer out on the balcony as far as the heat. I am still in the process of replacing plants that I lost out there because of the extreme heat that we had last summer, that they just couldn't survive, and I didn't get to them in time to bring them inside. One of those plants was my Euphorbia lactea white ghost. Anxious Garden had these for sale, $27 for one. And this is the one I purchased right here. And when I got the package, she was so kind that she sent me this second one. It didn't have an arm, but you can see on top, it is showing signs of growth with the pink there. And so I paid $27 plus the $10 shipping, so $37. And I am so happy with this. Right now, it is out on my patio, on my table, so it doesn't get any direct sun at all. The weather's still very mild here in the 80s. And so, you know, it's fine outside. Once we start getting into July and we really start getting up there where it's 110 and above, I will bring it inside and protect it this time. But I'm so happy to replace this because I really loved that Euphorbia lactea white ghost that I lost. And now I'm so happy that I was finally able to replace it. Isn't it gorgeous? And again, the shipping from Anxious Garden was very fast, and it was packaged very well, and the roots were in great condition. The plants, the two plants are in great condition. You know, I repotted them, watered them, and they've been out there and they haven't missed a beat, you know. No wrinkleness, nothing. They've just been wonderful. So that's from Anxious Garden that I got that. So there you have it, friends. I know it was a big haul, but I had accumulated different plants at different times that I had gone out and or seen sales online, and I just figured, you know what, let me just do one video and show everything. And I'm really happy with all the things I've added to my collection and growing my collection. It's wonderful. I will have also some more videos on new growth that's happening in my collection. Surprising growth that I didn't think was going to happen, as far as I thought the plant was dead. So that's coming up also, and wonderful more videos for you too. So stay tuned for those. Make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss any of them. I will see you in the next video, friends. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate that. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.